Reactor that would be very cheap and that would have safety so that the public would be very accepting of it. Yeah. Now, even I realize that's high risk, less than 50% chance all that comes together. And yet, if it did, and the only reason I'm involved is it would really help with climate, let us generate electricity without any greenhouse gases.
I have a quote from you on climate from the annual letter, and I think it's pretty good. So I read quotes back to people from their own speeches a lot, but this is something you wrote. Tackling climate change is going to demand historic levels of global cooperation. Is that, I guess, one of the biggest challenges of climate change? I mean, there's always ways to innovate in tech and innovate in other fields, but is the cooperation of all these companies that all have to chip in to make a difference one of the biggest challenges?
Yes, getting to zero means all the countries going along in all the different sectors of emissions. So It's not enough if you just do passenger cars. Right. Even that's super hard and very important, but you also have to do industrial and agriculture and other forms of transport like planes and long distance trucks. And so the number of innovations is very, very high. And in some of these areas, the green approach will still cost more than the dirty approach. And so convincing people that the benefits of stopping these emissions mean that you should be willing to pay extra for some of these activities. Right. If we get super good innovation, in a few cases, we might get the green premium, I call it, to zero so that you don't pay any extra. But because there's so many sources of emissions, some of them will be premium priced, and yet we have to go to 194 countries and get almost all of them, particularly the big ones, to go along, or else the motivation for the others falls apart and the whole thing fails.
And on that same theme, the premium of something that might be considered better or cleaner for the environment. We spoke about Tesla briefly last time, and I think what you've mentioned basically was they have a great product, but they're still premium. It's still more expensive to get one, which is why it's not everywhere. Do you think that if that problem is solved, that could be one of the more important things towards advancing an advent of sustainable transport? Like, that's one of the most important things for that company and eventually for the entire industry, is to bring the premium down to hopefully zero, so that it's a no-brainer to go electric or zero emissions.
Yeah, the premium today is there, but over the next decade, except that the range will still be a little bit less, that premium will come to zero. So if we take all the sectors, passenger cars is actually one of the most hopeful. And certainly Tesla if you had to name one company that's helped drive that, it's them. Now, all the car companies, including some other new ones,
Getting in
are
on it.
moving super fast to do electric cars. Actually, the biggest concern is, will the consumers
Get on board.
overcome their range anxiety? I just got a Porsche Taycan, which is an electric car.
Okay.
And I have to say, it's a premium price car, but
Yeah.
it is very, very cool.
Okay.
That's my first electric car, and I'm enjoying it a lot.
Yeah, I
Dang, that looks pretty good. Porsche Taycan. How much does it cost? Price. Dang, that's hefty. Okay. Okay, that's hefty, boys. That's hefty. Yo, who's the viewer?
have to follow up on that because that's a car I'm super curious about. You don't see them nearly as much, but one you see pretty much everywhere is Tesla Model 3.
Yes.
Like I see them all over Seattle, you see them all over downtown, and if you're in LA. Is there anything like missing from that experience? Obviously it's a fun car, but other than getting the price down and continuing to make a better product, is there any other reason not to go electric, I guess?
Well, the range, if you
Okay.
want to go a long distance,
Right.
the pervasiveness of recharging, the time to recharge, is very dense energy, 30 times more dense than the current lithium batteries. And now a factor of 2 improvement in the range will get it. So most people, it's only less than 3% of car sales
Right now.
globally today. Norway is higher than that, and China's looks to be one of the markets that will develop the most quickly. So price will. It's important for that to come down. Of course, you spend a little bit less on the electricity than you would spend on gasoline, and the maintenance cost is a little bit less. Although the insurance right now is a little bit more.
Still premium cars or premium insurance.
Yeah, and the repairs on like these mirrors that are really rich and complicated.
Yeah.
Fixing a mirror used to be $100. Now it's like $1,500. So. There's some work to be done on a few of these areas, but clearly, of
Pretty good.
all the climate areas, I'd say that one's
Good
the most
stuff.
hopeful.
For sure. It's the way of the future, I say. All right, so as a YouTuber, I feel like I have to ask about YouTube. And, with all the work you've done with not only spreading vaccines for as many people as possible, but there's also kind of the second job of spreading information about vaccines. You mentioned in the annual letter people who are hundreds of meters from somewhere where they could have gotten a vaccine and didn't. What do you think about the role of sites like YouTube in the spread of not just information, but potentially misinformation when it comes to things like vaccines or climate change?
Yeah, it's very tricky because historically, the newspapers or the media were very responsible about not letting untruths about vaccine safety get out there. Now, it's you don't want to get rid of the good thing, which is that anybody can publish.
Right.
The barriers to entry, the diversity of voices is so phenomenal compared to traditional publishing.
Right. I feel like, and you have a bit of a YouTube presence, so you're able to share information about things through social media. It's kind of a social media age, so I feel like that ideally helps your cause more than it hurts it.
Yeah, my audience probably isn't deep with the vaccine doubters.
Okay, fair.
But yeah, I in a creative way, trying to get positive messages to be interesting, and we have work to do on that. I would have thought, using experts and scientific knowledge, that all the internet would just make it so much easier to learn about things, and yet in some ways, people aren't seeking out complex information, particularly if it disagrees with some preconceived notion that they have. So, how can social media get out there and be
Hold up. I have to just do a couple of things. 1 sec. But yeah, Bill Gates making good points. Alright, that's okay. Let's see if I can get a custom custom. Bailey's 30 days old. Have uploaded channel art. Okay. Need to upload channel art. Notification. Custom labor proof for carefully read. Here, home page. Okay, nice. Good stuff.
Be a little bit of a force for education, particularly on climate, where without a consensus, we won't do the hard things that will save things for the next generation.
So we want to push the information that helps the most amount of people to as many people as possible. That's one version of swinging for the fences.
Yeah, and activate. People want to do more than just make their salary. They want to be involved with the cause, and for a lot of people, some way of engaging either as a consumer, an advocate, a donor in climate change. That I'm amazed at how the interest level is going up. I hope it's not a cyclical thing. I hope that's kind of a permanent thing, because the challenge requires decades of it being a very top issue, as opposed to, okay, for 3 or 4 years that was kind of interesting, let's move on to something else.
All right, last question.
John?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's good. Hold up. Yeah, there we go. It's good. Okay, hold up. Yeah, boys, we're gonna have to pause this and resume with that later. Okay, John. Good stuff. Are you on?
Trust.com?
Yeah. Okay. Hold up, let me just. Give me 1 sec. Yeah, I'm just setting up the stream title and everything, because I was just chilling before, so might as well. Not sure. Oh, 3. Just copy this. There you go. 3. 2. That's good. Elo. Oh. Are you on stream now?
Me? How do I know?
Oh, you okay or not? 0 viewers. It's all good now. Why did this not upload? Sending you an invite. Just give me a couple seconds. Getting a notification. Close that up. Valorant. No. Just live. Nice. All changes saved. Okay. So I should be good. Alright, John, let's go. I'm live.
Wait, hold on. Challenging someone.
Bruh.
This is a bullet, and he's pretty good.
That's even bigger. Hold up. Let me set up my chest cam.
Okay, okay.
Okay, Johnny, you can't be eating that hard, man. My mic. Like,
Don't
chill, fam. Chill.
Uh,
Are you in? I sent you one.
where? Hold up. 40 seconds.
Oh, I'll just watch you then. Live chess.
Dude, this. Oh my gosh.
Okay, hold up. I need to lower your volume, my guy. Way too loud.
40 seconds.
Oh, I'll just watch you then. Live chess. My son.
Dude, this.
Wait, what is this?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, hold on. I need to lower your volume, my guy. John, am I getting echo from your?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, me? No, I'm not saying this. 40 seconds.
Oh yeah, it's coming from mine. What? Oh, I'll just watch you then.
Yeah.
My son.
Dude, that chunk.
Wait, what is this?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, hold on. I need to lower your volume, my guy. John, am I getting? Oh, where's this echo coming from?
Is it for me?
Bro, so confused.
I don't know what I just said. Ooh. Bro. Oh my gosh. No way I just. Oh, okay, right.
This guy just resigned. Literally just resigned. He's so trash.
No.
Guy just resigns.
I need Spotify. Oh my gosh. No way I just. What? You're full sending.
Pretty much, my guy. Where's this audio coming from?
Do you hear it?
Yeah, I hear something. Is that coming from your mic or my mic?
Does it sound like a song? It sounds like a song is from me, I think.
Could be.
Yeah, I'll lower it down. Ooh, yeah. Bruh.
There wasn't much point.
Yeah,
Today might not even be a full stream. Let's see. There's 2 people watching, which is good, but it's like, man, I don't know.
oh,
I don't even feel like streaming, to be honest with you. Let's see, we can rematch once.
wait, hold up. This is rated, right?
Oh, wait, it is?
No, it's not rated, sorry.
Nah, dude, I'm getting some sort of echo.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad, boys. There's some echo. Oh, wait, it is?
No, it's not rated, sorry.
Nah, dude, I'm getting some sort of echo.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad, boys. There's some echo. Oh, wait, it is?
No, it's not rated, sorry.
Nah, dude, I'm getting some sort of echo.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad, boys. There's some echo. Oh, wait, it is?
No, it's not rated, sorry. Where's the comment trick?
What? Yeah, I need to add some.
It's so soft.
No, dude, I'm getting some. What do I even say, my guy?
Yeah, I'm gonna lose. This guy's too strong.
Nah, this guy's pretty trash.
Bruh. Wait, bullet. Where's the comment trick?
What? Yeah, I need to add some. Let's see here. What do I even do with the take? No, dude, I'm getting some. What do I even say, my guy?
Yeah, I'm gonna lose. This guy's too strong.
Nah, this guy's pretty trash.
Bruh. Wait, bullet. Where's the comment trick?
What? Yeah, I need to add some. Let's see here. What do I even do with the take? No, dude, I'm getting some. What do I even say, my guy?
Yeah, I'm gonna lose. This guy's too strong.
Oh, I just played myself. Nah, this guy's pretty trash. You know what, John? I'm just gonna. Yeah, I need to add some. Let's see here. But it was just bad. I mean, what do you want to say? What do I even say, my guy?
Yes, play the same line. I'm here to play this line.
Oh, I just played myself. Nah, this guy's pretty trash. You know what, John? I'm just gonna. Yeah, I need to add some. Let's see here. But it was just bad. I mean, what do you want to say?
Yes, play the same line. I'm here to play this line.
Oh, I just played myself. Nah, this guy's pretty trash. You know what, John? I'm just gonna.
So say something different.
Let's see here. But it was just bad. I mean, what do you want to say?
Yes, play the same line. I'm here to play this line.
Oh, I just played myself. Nah, this guy's pretty trash. It's fine, my guy.
Wait, those shows bad. I mean, what do you want me to say?
Oh, what a move. Yes, play the same line. Here, kind of line.
Oh, I just played myself. This is pretty fun. You know what, John? I'm just gonna.
Oh,
That's
I said, bro,
fine.
what you playing?
Wait, those shows bad.
Oh, no!
What do you want me to say?
Oh, what a move. Yes, play the same line.
Ah, that's a spicy GG's, I see. Spicy GG's.
I said, bro, what you playing? Oh, no!
Ah, that's a spicy GG's, I see. Spicy GG's.
I said, bro, what you playing? Oh, no!
Ah, that's a spicy GG's, I see. Spicy GG's. Bro, I keep hearing the echo, it's pissing me off. Ah, that's a spicy GG's, I see. Spicy GG's. Bro, I keep hearing the echo, it's pissing me off. I actually might turn off stream. This echo is getting a bit bad. How many viewers? I don't even know how many viewers I have. Turned it off. Spicy GG's. Bro, I keep hearing the echo, it's pissing me off. I actually might turn off stream. This echo is getting a bit bad. How many viewers? I don't even know how many viewers I have. Turned it off. Spicy GG's. Bro, I keep hearing the echo, it's pissing me off. I actually might turn off stream. This echo is getting a bit bad. How many viewers? I don't even know how many viewers I have. Turned it off. Spicy GG's. Bro, I keep hearing the echo, it's pissing me off. Yeah, dude, it's only you, so I'm fine. I might turn off stream after this one and restart that. Turn off stream. This echo is getting a bit bad. How many viewers? I don't even know how many viewers I have. Turned it off. Spicy GG's. Bro, I keep hearing the echo, it's pissing me off. Yeah, dude, it's only you, so I'm fine. I might turn off stream after this one and restart that. Turn off stream. This echo is getting a bit bad. How many viewers? I don't even know how many viewers I have. Turned it off. Yeah, dude, it's only you, so I'm fine. I might turn off stream after this one and restart that. Oh my. Yikes. 2 people again? Oh my god, okay. Oh my. Yikes. 2 people again? Oh my god, okay. Oh my. Yikes. 2 people again? Oh my god, okay.
Oh my. Yikes. 2 people again? Oh my god, okay. Oh my. Yikes. 2 people again? Oh my god, okay. Oh my. Yikes. 2 people again? Oh my. Two people again?
Oh no!
And what do I do here? There has to be some sort of...
Plundering every single.
Oh. Like, do I save my queen? I think yes, I save my queen.
Oh no!
And what do I do here? There has to be some sort of...
Plundering every single.
Oh. Like, do I save my queen? I think yes, I save my queen.
Oh no!
And what do I do here? There has to be some sort of...
Plundering every single.
Oh. Like, do I save
Oh,
my
I thought
queen? I
another.
think yes, I save my queen. Yeah, what you... Was that not checkmate? It is checkmate, right? Yeah.
Oh my god. Great, don't pre-move.
Bro, I'm gonna hold up. Okay, Aiden, very nice. Thanks. But I'm gonna have to restart the stream.